much for joining us. Being able to name an airplane, to put a name on an airplane, takes the support of all of these members of our board of directors. It's a vote. It's sometimes an argument, sometimes just this is the right thing to do. So I want to thank the board of directors for the support to make this happen today. Now we're going to unveil the name on the airplane, so give us just a moment. Gary North, Dr. Lawrence Sayer, thank you. Don't go away. Can't go away. Because the next part of our ceremony is spiritual. It shows some leadership and courage also. It brings a kahu from Hawaii to tell us how this really does sit in space. Kahu Cordell Kekoa, please join us.
Aloha Vakea Kaku, aloha. You know, thank you for the part that you play in not just bringing this F-16 here, but knowing the history of her and bringing her to our museum, and as General Yu said, on loan, for this wonderful opportunity that we have here in Hawaii. But this is not just about this F-16. This whole time that we've been talking, it's been about you, General North. And so what I'd like to do is, I was explaining that we do this different every time. We kind of, if the stick turns to the right, we go to the right. If it goes to the left, we go to the left. And so today, we're going to pull up a little bit. And General North, I'm going to ask you to come and stand right here in the very front of us. And I'm going to ask all of you, you're going to use some of this good fresh Hawaiian rainwater. And rather than just doing the F-16, we're going to do both, General North, you, as a blessing, because of everything that you've shared with us, and because of your, not just your patriotism to the United States, but your friendship with Dr. Singh. And so, Dr. Singh, I'm going to ask you to come and stand next to him. We were mentioning that it was going to have Gary North's name up there, but underneath, right by the wheel over there, if you look very carefully, we're going to inscribe Dr. Seo's name, because it's partly his airplane as well, as we celebrate this together. So I'm going to have you two stand together, and what I'd like to do is I'd like to put a little bit of water on all of you as board of directors' hands. And what I'd like you to do is, I want you to put a little bit of water on these two gentlemen's hands, because General North, you've done incredible things with your hands, not just for your nation, but for your family as well. Not just for the current generation, but for the future. And Dr. Seo, your philanthropy, your heart, your desire to really help the world continues with this aircraft, but really today. So your hands have done really incredible work. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to put a little bit of water on your hand, and you're going to come and you're just going to put that water right upon their hands, and that's just an appreciation of what they've done. You've secured this with a vote. But today comes a time with this water of blessing upon them. Once you put a little bit of water on both of them, what I'd like to ask all of you as board of directors, I'd like you to place a handprint somewhere on this F-16. Again, and as you do that, I'd like you to think of the incredible responsibility, but also the opportunity that you have been given to be on this board of directors, and what we do today. So this is a multiple blessing. First, we'll do these two gentlemen, and then I'd like you to put your handprint on that F-16, wherever you want, in the front, on the back, maybe whatever role you think you play on the board. All right? That's where you can go on that aircraft. If you're the one that gives power and movement, then you go right by the intake or the engine. If you're the one that gives leadership, come right up here by the cockpit. If you're the one who have no idea, put it right on the ground. That was a joke. Thank you. But I'd like you guys, because of your decisions, that we're going to ask Keokua's blessings upon all of us. Once you guys are done, I'm going to do the same thing for the two of you. Then we're going to do a blessing. We'll actually untie that beautiful mailele. If you notice, draped across the front, the nose of this F-16 is a beautiful mailele. We only use this lei in very, very important events in Hawaii. And today is one of those events. We bring back to life this aircraft, specifically this aircraft. And you will see her being pulled around, being pushed around. People talked about her. And today we celebrate the accomplishments that this specific aircraft has done, but then every F-16, and even those that are still coming out of the line, that are out there serving our country. So I'm going to ask Keakua's blessings using these 3 tea leaves, using good fresh Hawaiian rainwater, my Bible written in Hawaiian and in English, using that beautiful mailele draped across the nose of this aircraft, and then our good mana that we have as board of directors.
Mahalo Keapua for this beautiful aircraft. Mahalo Keapua for the Wolf Pack and what they have represented as General Norton shared with us. Today, we as the Board of Directors ask the Aloha Spirit to be a part of this, not just this display, but everything about the essence. Use this bike, use this tea, use this smiley, and our good mana. Muli with much aloha. Menengo Keapua.
Nobody else knows.
Okay, I'm going to ask all of us to come under those in the aircraft and take them out.
So we're going to actually untie this mailele. It's made up of 3 strands, and maybe we think of the museum as one of those strands, and each one of you carry one of those strands, and that spiritual part of Hawaii. E Keakua mai, e ho'okipa mai, e mahalo mai. Mahalo Keakua, me ke aloha pumehana, e malama ho'omai, ka hui he manumau. Keakua, may your aloha spirit be upon this aircraft as it has done its duty. Today it continues of telling the story of who we are and what we do. Mahalo, mahalo.
We have a Pacific Aviation Museum shirt for the F-16 with the Wolfpack sign on the back of it. And yes, Dr. Sayu, they even come in small. Besides the board of directors and you as a wonderful crowd, these events are made possible by a wonderful staff. So all of those that are volunteers and staff, Pacific Aviation Museum, would you please stand? Most of them are already standing. And thank you so much for your support and everything that you do every day. Thank you for joining us today to honor the F-16 and General Gary North. I want to thank Dr. Larry Sayu for being a donor for this particular airplane for this events this afternoon. Without your support, these events would not happen. Please join us for a reception. Aloha. Thank you for coming.